What's good, man? Welcome back to another episode of the VBA podcast where we turn seasons into sagas and no, that's wrong. Stats into storytelling and seasons into sagas. I am your co-host. I'm just gonna start saying that, man, because with me once again is Collin, ADM, San Diego's Guardians GM, and once again on a Thursday. How was this Thursday for you?
It's going great, man. It's actually beautiful in Ohio today, man. I was working earlier today and I walked outside. I was like, damn, it is hot outside today, man.
Is it hot? It was cloudy here in Arkansas. I know I'm wearing an Oklahoma State shirt. I thrifted this. Have you ever seen those false national championship shirts?
Yeah.
This
hmm
is one of
I
them.
know
They
what you
did not win the championship this year in 2004. They did not. I believe UConn did, but I found this thrifted at Goodwill. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I walked outside. It was hotter outside than inside. And I was like, shit, man, I'm sweating my ass off out here. Ohio wise, take it with a grain of
Yeah,
salt.
I don't know. I've never been to Ohio, so I can't speak on it. I know if it says it's wait, where's my 75 degrees today. It feels a little bit less than that because the sun's not beating down on us, but 75 in Arkansas feels probably like 83. So
Yeah.
once again, don't know the humidity level there, but man, welcome back to VBA Pod. I'm starting to really like I think two a season is or maybe three a season is kind of like a healthy spot since the seasons do go by fast for us. I went back and rewatched the preview that we did, and
hmm
it was elongated because we had the deal or no deal, whatever.
Yeah.
We only spent 30 minutes talking about it. But how do you feel about maybe three segments? Is this something that I know you do your own,
hmm
around the VBA? Would you want to do like a three segment thing, just me and you, kind of just breaking down the season? How we did the preview. We're gonna do the All Star break and then mid season here, and then postseason recap.
No, yeah, that would probably be perfect, honestly, because I've been doing it every sim, and like every sim, it's like shit. Like if you forget one, you're like, oh well, I'm just gonna group it the next one, and it just makes more sense to just group them together, honestly.
For the people, because this is going on like my YouTube, and if I do decide to put it on Spotify and everything, for the people that don't know, you go and highlight games, like highlighted games. Talk a
hmm
little bit about your process. This was completely unplanned, by the way, but I am curious in knowing your process. Like, what makes a highlight game for you?
So usually earlier in the season, I like to just go over, try and cover as much like teams as possible. So maybe the first two sims, like you get a bunch of teams, maybe see how contenders are stacking up, like get a team on a good win, like we saw Queen City earlier this year. They went on a nice run. You get them an upset win. Usually I try and find either games between contenders. So like I think in my last episode, I highlighted PV against Pittsburgh. I mean, that's basically a finals matchup right there. So you highlight those two, or just interesting stat lines, free agency like moves you see, just basically any storyline in a game. I try and cover it.
Love that. Yeah, I like the intro. I butchered it this time, but turning stats into storytelling. You know what I mean? Because you can only do so
hmm
much with text on a screen. But one thing that that inspires me to keep this league going and growing is the storylines. These players feel
hmm
real to me, man. It sounds crazy. And I'm sure whenever I talk to Jeffrey, or Jeremy, not Jeffrey, there's a Jeremy chef in the league now, and every time I see him, I'm like, fuck, it just fucks me up. Every time I talk to Dumb Matter himself, Jeremy, I wonder like what he thinks, like, like his creation,
hmm
which I'm pretty sure I asked him, but that was all like my life is so busy, I feel like a blur. But
hmm
um, man, look, you don't know this segment. We didn't plan this segment, or I did, you didn't. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and build a 53 and 0 roster. I say it's gonna be you. We have eight
Really?
spots. This is what we're
Okay.
doing, right? Point guard through center, and three bench players. Here's the trick. I'm going to spin a wheel, or I'm going to use the pancake bot to choose a random team. You have to declare what position you're going to pick before you see the team.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So So we're gonna do it 8 times. You tell me before we spin. I'll spin, pick a random team, and you have to pick the best player that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And for bench, it has to be a player that has genuinely come off the bench. You know what I mean? So if you could look out and get the Titans and get Corey Emerson because he's a notorious bench player. I'll let Abraham Bushland slide, because he has spent time on the bench. But this player, and I want to clarify, you're not getting this player specifically on this team. So let's say if you wanted to do AG Senior, you can pick him for Mobile, but you're going to get his best
season.
You're going to get his best season. So you're getting that player. You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
I got it.
So you're going to build 8-man roster. Clarify which one you're doing first, and you can go ahead.
Okay, we'll go with power forward first. Let's go with
Power forward. Some notoriously great power forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the first team is the Lafayette Sharks. So the best power forward for the Sharks that you can think of.
Lin Yuhan.
A plus. S tier.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, first ballot Hall of Famer, a 2-time champ, once with Pittsburgh, once with me. Leader of triple doubles in a singular season, like I said, first ballot Hall of Famer. It doesn't get much better than Lin Yuhan. Wow. Okay. That's your power forward. We got point guard through small forward, center, and 3 bench places.
We'll go small forward. Let's go.
All right, getting the forwards out the way. Small forward is going to be the Nashville Tigers.
AJ Ellis.
I knew it. Yo. 53-0 is still intact, man. AJ Ellis, another first ballot Hall of Famer. Holy
man.
AJ Ellis and Lin Yuhan, you're on a fucking roll here.
Okay.
Let's write it. Pause.
Okay. Yo. Hell no.
Where are you going next?
We'll go. Let's go center.
Center. For the Puerto Vallarta Valeros.
Oh fuck. Who even plays center for them now?
There's one good name. Current.
Oh, fucking Hulick.
Yeah, Troy Hulick.
Okay, that guy.
16-10 career guy. He's been a one-time All-Star. His rookie year hasn't made it back since. Kind of crazy. He won rookie
He's
of
on
the year,
the block. He's on the block right now, though.
He is on the block. He had down progs at age 25. Significant down progs.
Damn.
All right, point guard, shooting guard, and 3 bench places.
Okay, we'll go point guard.
Getting the starting out of the way. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're just going.
I already know your pick. 10 Sleep Cattleman.
Oh, you get fucking Orion for my boy B Money.
It is gonna be Orion. I think that is undoubtedly the best pick for that spot. Jake Phillips wouldn't have been bad either.
No,
just throwing that out there. But one-time All-League Orion Castellanos, 2-time Summer League MVP. So you're getting a former MVP.
Bryce would have killed me if I didn't pick Orion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Unless you picked one of the Kellys. I think Aiden Kelly would have. He played point guard. He may have not killed you for that, but Orion. So 5-6 starting point guard. You got Orion Castellanos. You got Lin Yuhan, AJ Ellis, and Troy Hulick. So shooting guard and 3 bench places left.
Shit. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's go shooting guard.
Just get it out of the way. 5 will be complete. Oh, the Pittsburgh Titans.
Damn. Fuck. Did Ed Blue ever play? Did he ever play shooting guard?
Ed Blue did play shooting guard. He did.
Let's go for the man, Ed Blue. I love
generational fumble from Collin here.
Hey,
oh my god!
Listen, think about it.
For it.
No. We already have enough scores.
My god!
We have Ellis and Yuhan. We need Ed Blue, man. We have Orion, Ed Blue.
You need a defender, right? You need a defender, yeah. What about a guy that won DPOY, man? What the
Hey,
fuck?
listen. Ed Blue he's the when I think of Pittsburgh, right? I think of
hmm
Ed Blue. That's the first guy I think of immediately. I don't think like Telfort is kind of Lafayette for me, honestly. You think of first team, I think of Lafayette for Telfort just because he was dominant there. He was so dominant.
Well, I think of two-time champ and MVP and DPOY, Garrett Telford. But hey, starting five: Orion Castellanos, Ed Blue, AJ Ellis, Lin Yuhan, Troy Hulick. So we have three bench places to fill. Hell of a starting five, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, even if we didn't get Telfort, we still got a good starting five.
Maybe not 53 and 0. We'll see how the bench plays out. But you have three bench places. The first team that you have to pick from is going to be Vancouver Wolves.
Shit. Vancouver. They had a lot of old guys on the bench. Would like those old guys that played for him a couple seasons ago, would they count?
You tell me a name and I'll tell you if it counts.
Okay, let's go Kyle Renfro.
Kyle Renfro, for Vancouver, he started 2 seasons, didn't start 2 seasons. So
Like would that
yeah,
guy
sure. I'll let that
Okay,
count. I'll let that count. He
okay.
came off the bench for them. I thought you were gonna go Gazzo, just because
Mm,
Gazzo
yeah,
is one of the goats for Vancouver, four-time champ,
I
DPOY.
remember
But
Renfro went there near the end. He
Renfro,
was
not bad at all. That's a very good pick. So that's like a backup forward, backup guard, tall guard,
hmm
um, for you. So the next bench place you have to pick is Hartford. You're gonna have to kind of go in your bag for that one.
yeah. Hartford, who the fuck? Who's the last? Damn, I don't remember the last time I even thought about Hartford.
Hey, they're coming up, man. They're on the come up.
They're not bad. They're not bad this season. Let's just throw a guy out. I don't even know. Fuck, Reisner? Would he be there?
Reisner, I don't think Reisner's ever. Paul Reisner has played for the Hedgehogs, and he started all 52 games for them, so
Fuck.
would not count.
God damn.
I forgot he even played there. What the fuck?
Holy shit. Yeah, you're really testing me. Who the fuck is who the like? Obviously not Espinoza, man. Espinoza was
Yeah,
a
Espinosa
pillar of this
started.
league. Um, Let me think. Bench players that I know. Who did I look at?
Well, I
Sims.
mean,
Pete Sims.
okay.
That's all I know.
Pete Sims. He's not even.
Is he dog shit?
Hold on, let me see. No, he's not dog shit. He played for me. He played for me. Three-time All-Star.
Oh,
Hartford,
he's
yeah,
not dog
he
shit because he played for you.
he can't be, man. We don't let bums in the we don't let bums in there. Yo, so what's funny is you could have gone Hart or you could have gone Leo because his final 2 seasons he was on off the bench. He didn't start a
Damn.
single game. But we'll go Pete Sims just for lore reasons. He did have one season where he started every game, but he had one and a half where he didn't. So if I guess that's the threshold. If you have more games off the bench than you did on the
Okay.
bench than off, then we'll let it slide. So Pete Sims, Kyle Renfro, and you have one more bench place, player two place, and that's going to be off the Kansas City Invaders. You got some options
Frosty.
here. Frosty never
He
came off the
played.
bench.
No, he had to. Did he? His final season?
Yeah, but he played 862 games. He came off the bench, or he started 815. I can't let that
Okay.
slide.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We could go. Fuck. Who was? Um, they had. Who'd they have? A couple seasons back, they had a really good guy. Was it? Was it Piero? Was it Piero? Did they have Piero?
Piero.
off the bench?
They did have Piero, and Piero did not come off the bench for Casey.
Fucking hell.
Started both seasons with them.
I
There's one
don't even.
guy. There's one guy. That's all I'm saying. There's one guy that, yeah,
Overberger?
not Overberger. He
Thompson?
started
Caleb Thompson. Yeah, I remember
Caleb
because
Thompson.
there was some 40-year-old motherfucker off the bench.
He didn't start in like 6 seasons. One,
Oh,
two,
damn.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, he didn't start in 6 of the seasons he played.
No
6 out of
way.
19. Whatever. That's enough. And he won Six Man of the Year. So come on, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, shit. He did. Damn.
Orion Castellanos,
Mm-hmm. Ed Blue.
Ed Blue, Lynn Yuhan, AJ Ellis, Troy Hulick, Kyle Renfro, Caleb Thompson,
Pete
and
Sims.
Pete Sims. I'll let the people decide. Is that an 82 and or a 53 and 0 team? I'm saying no. I'm saying that's like 40.
No.
I'm saying no. I'm
No.
saying that's not a
Really?
53 and 0 team. I'm
Yuhan
sorry,
at his
man.
peak?
Yuhan at his
AJ
peak.
Ellis at his peak? Come on, man.
One injury in that's all I'm saying. And you have Pete Sims starting, like, and we love
Listen,
Pete Sims around here.
Pete Sims ain't bad, man.
Pete Sims is
Pete
not
Sims,
bad.
he was a 68 overall at his peak, man.
He's not bad, man. He's just not. I wouldn't trust him to lead a starting unit. You know, at his career, 18 point per game score. His first like 5 seasons, he averaged the most, and then just fell off of a cliff. Of course, whenever he came to my team, but my team was stacked though, so I won't blame him.
It was stacked that year.
He's born in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, wherever the fuck that is. That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
I didn't even know that that it had cities. You know, Rick Lerch was from New York. Did you know that?
He was? Damn.
I didn't know that. He was born 2020. You want to talk about
Maybe
old?
maybe that's why he's playing good.
He went to Temple. Huh, the more you know. All right, y'all decide, the VBA watchers and enjoyers. Y'all let us know if that is a 53 and 0 team. I had that idea very swiftly pop up in my head. But let's talk 2057 season. We are currently at the Sim 4. So tomorrow will be Sim 4, which is technically halfway, but we're kind of halfway. Fuck it, we're halfway now. Sim 3 out of 6.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway. 30 teams, roughly, every team is played. So the contenders and everything is shaping up to be true to standings. Let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Vallarta is 30 and 0. There's been one team in history to go 53 and 0, and that was Vancouver Wolves at their peak. Let's just go into that territory, man. Do we see PV have an undefeated season this year?
I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be tough. You take a look at their schedule, and even like this sim, I could definitely see them dropping at least one. I mean, they still have to play Tampa. They have to play Akron. They have to play Tampa twice, actually. Damn. They have to play Long Island. They have to play me. Um, they got to play, and I mean, we took them with an 8, so that's not even crazy. But yeah, they have a couple tough games on their schedule. I and I feel like they've cut it close with a lot of contenders. I wouldn't be surprised if they went 53 and 0, honestly, but I think that all signs are pointing to them at least dropping one game. But still, a hell of a run. Definitely a 50-win season for PV.
Yeah, you mentioned the schedule. They got Tacoma and they got Nashville twice as well. So it's
But yeah,
gonna be an uphill battle for 53 and 0. But fuck, they're there like 30 and 0. I don't remember the best start to a season before the 53 and 0 was the Titans. They went 18 and 0 or 19 and 0 to start the
hmm
season. And they blew that even out of the water. So 30 and 0. We kind of all knew that Vancouver was gonna like be really good. Maybe not expect them to go 53 and 0, but we don't really expect PV to go 53 and 0
No,
either. You know what I mean?
no, yeah. We knew that they were really good. One of the favorites, but I didn't expect them to be 30 and 0 type strong. maybe that's just because you take a look at the South and it's significantly weaker than the North.
Yeah, this season is has very much shown their true colors. I'm curious see how the All-Star game plays out, but yeah, the top five spots in the North are already a bloodbath. I mean, they're all within 3 games of each other. 24-6, 24-6, 23-8, 21-9, 2 teams. So it's going to be a race literally to the end. It's going to be a busy, busy Sim 56. Um, do you still feel strong about your prediction? Your
Um,
finals prediction?
yeah, I honestly, I think I do. Pittsburgh still without Emerson, they're 23-8 still, without the reigning MVP. And it's like when Emerson comes back, which he will, um, you go against PV and PV, like we just said, they're 30-0. So there's really not much explaining you need to do there. I still stand strongly behind it. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I said Pittsburgh in 7. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way.
Yeah, you mentioned Emerson. Emerson is going to be returning right before the All-Star break. He suffered a torn meniscus his 7th game into the season against Little Rock. And there were 2 injuries in that game. I'm not the one to, I'm not gonna say that, my players set out to do anything harm and foul, but 2 injuries. Taylor Brim bruised his foot. Corey Emerson tore his meniscus 3 minutes into the game. Tampa still went on to, or not Tampa, Pittsburgh still went on to win that game against us, but they were 6-1 in games that Emerson played. And you mentioned the record now 23-8, coming back to a team that is primed to try and make a run at that number 1 seed, the notorious number 1 seed. But they've dropped a lot of games on at home. They're 15-5 at
Hmm.
home.
Hmm.
So I'm curious to see how Emerson comes back into, I was gonna say the lineup, but he's still coming off the bench. So how do
Yeah.
you feel about that? And how do you feel besides the obvious, like Emerson, you get an MVP back, Pittsburgh is gonna be better, but like how do you feel? I guess what is the ceiling for Pittsburgh as far as the end of the regular season goes?
I think ceiling is definitely the 1 seed still. You have Kansas City and Long Island, both two incredible teams with their own stars. But Pittsburgh, like we just said, get back their MVP, their star. I'm very interested to see what it does to someone like um, Namera. And Namera has absolutely shown out while Emerson is gone. He's averaging 23 point 7 points a game. Like that's incredible for a 30-year-old who just keeps going up and up and up. And I'm really worried about the future for Emerson. Like athletically, I think we could definitely see his even with the torn meniscus, his peak is definitely younger than it would have been. He
Mm,
dropped off like 15 in speed,
yeah.
um, and his athleticism like just went down. I'm very interested to see what happens like career wise, how it pans out after this torn meniscus. But yeah, I think the ceiling is definitely number 1. They're only a game and a half back, and I think the 1 seed's definitely achievable.
Well, it's something not to scoff over. I mean, small sample size. Emerson did play 7 games, 6 1/5 of a game, I guess, because he got injured 3 minutes into the game. So 6 games roughly. He's only averaging 19.6 points a game and 10 assists a game. Not to
Hmm.
mention, Pittsburgh made a trade for front runner for 6 man of the year, Peter Samardziski, if I'm pronouncing that right. And if anybody is watching this from North Macedonia, don't come for me. But you're getting a guy in Peter that is front runner for 6 man of the year. So you have 2 players now predominantly effective off the bench. I don't know if that's going to combat because he is a scorer.
Hmm.
He was averaging 18 a game whenever I traded him to Bond, which is tied for his most in his career. So, I mean,
Hmm.
talk a little bit about that. Do you see any conflict potentially for the Titans? I know you mentioned Namira a little bit. Namira, yeah, just let me know how you see that mesh.
It's definitely going to be a very different dynamic when Emerson comes back because the whole reason that he wasn't in the starting lineup initially was that he could get the ball more and feast against these other bench units in the league, right? And but now you add Peter into the equation and you have two guys who can feast against it. I think we're going to see Emerson's numbers definitely go down. He's definitely not going to play at the MVP level, like stats wise, that we saw last year, not just because of the meniscus, but because they went out and got Peter. Um, but yeah, I still think um he's gonna be a very high level player. Like we know that this is still Emerson when he comes back onto the court. He has the whole second half of the season to get acclimated into the playoffs still. It's just it should be business as usual, but again, you add Peter and kind of the dynamics change.
Yeah, I mean, coming off of that injury is going to be tough anyway. You mentioned the loss in speed, a significant amount too.
Hmm.
Like he was 64 speed rating. Now he's at 50. And I don't know the league average for speed, but a 26-year-old, that an athletic 26-year-old, that is a huge knock for him. He got a little bit stronger, lost a little bit, like just a tick of endurance, but yeah, losing 15 speed, man.
Yeah.
It's I'm interested to see how that affects him. There's no tell or there's no like way around it. He's gonna shoot the hell out the ball, and he's gonna do it
Hmm.
effectively, and he's gonna find the right player. He's gonna make the right play. Uh, he's an elite playmaker as well. But you mentioned MVP. I want to talk a little bit about the award races. Do you feel like they're locked? It is. I know halfway into the season, but we're noticing like a trend here. All the races seem pretty obvious in my opinion. What do you think about them?
No, I definitely think that most of the awards are locked. I think there's just no way that um Iro doesn't win DPOY. I think it could be like kind of flip-flop between Barr and Springer for MVP, just the KC duo. I think a Kansas City player is going to walk away with the MVP regardless. I don't think it really matters. Rookie of the year, um, definitely CJ Rose, and he's been great this season. 20, call him 20 and like 14-ish, like 13.6 boards, and on North Pole is absolutely insane. And I just agree. I think that the awards are all kind of it's kind of locked up for the awards.
Yeah, I mean CJ Rose is having one of the better rookie seasons that I can think of. Obviously, he's not up there with like Sweetser, who won the MVP
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
DPOY, the first ever triple crown in league history. But I feel like we kind of like gotta put that in its own category from here on
Hmm.
out. I don't know if we'll ever see that again from a rookie, but aside from that, he's having one of the better in recent memory, at least 20 and 14 and 4, 27 PER. CJ Rose will be your 2057 Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, I wrote this down like in my notes, like as one of the ones that should be locked. But looking at it more, if Honolulu can win a little bit more games, because I think Jonathan is trying to lose a little bit.
Hmm.
Brad Robinson may take away DPOY. Same amount of defensive win shares, averaging
Hmm.
15 boards a game. And he is also averaging 3 blocks. So I could see
Yeah.
it kind of maybe going to Brad. I don't really think Bartos is going to get it, 9 rebounds a game, not even 2 steals, not even anything over 1 block.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Iro should be the favorite. Probably if I had a poly market guess, it'd probably be like 54% in his favor.
Hmm.
Six man of the year is probably going to go to Peter as well. His points per game shouldn't take too much of a knock in Pittsburgh, but yeah, no, one of the KC guys is going to walk away with MVP. Leo, averaging 24 and 6 and 14,
Hmm.
like that's unreal. He should have won it
Yeah.
last year if KC won more games. Um, but I think David Barr is going to win the MVP. I think he'll neck it out. 39 points per game is what he's averaging right now, and that is the most in a season. If he ends with 39, I think Telford's record is 38.7. So if he ends with 39 or more, the most points per game in any season, the most points scored in any season. And that leads me to my next question, man. Talk a little bit about David Barr. Breakout season. He's in KC. We knew he was a scorer in Santa Fe. Goes to KC, playing with an elite playmaker. Do you think he breaks the 30-point game streak, Telfert's 30-point game streak, or maybe even the 60-point game in a single season record?
What's the records for both of them? Do you know?
So
Do you have
the
them pulled up?
record, yeah, I got you. The record for most consecutive 30-point games is 17. With Telfort, whenever he did lead the league in or like lead league history in points per game, with St. Louis. So that's 17, and the most
Okay.
60-point plus games in a single season is 2 by Rick Lerch.
Hmm. I definitely I think so. David Barr, he's definitely like you just said. You have an elite passer like Leo Springer on your team, um, 1 and 2 in MVP. David Barr definitely we've been saying this the entire time. He could shoot the hell out of the ball. He can score like no other. Like 23 years old, and he's playing like this. And I don't. If not this season, it'd definitely be during his time in Kansas City. If it's not this season, maybe next season, if both of those guys get better. Like he's 23, so the sky's kind of the limit for him. And if you take a look at his just raw stats in shooting, like his raw attributes, like he can improve the mid range. He can improve the three still even more. Like he's elite at all levels of scoring, but he could somehow get better. He could
Yeah.
somehow get better, which is kind of crazy. I think definitely in his career, and but this season definitely, I think he could definitely do it.
Well, the preseason pod, whenever we covered it, I know it's only half of a season this season, but whenever the preseason pod, whenever I mentioned his field goal splits, Colin, have you taken a look at what they are this season?
I'm looking at him right now. I'm looking at him right now.
A jump from 42 to 48 this season, by the way, last season of this season, 42 to 48 from the field, 3-point percentage 39 to 44, and free throw percentage 88 to 96. This kid, because he is a kid, man, he's 23. This kid may go down. He has a really good chance if he's healthy to go down as the leading scorer in our league history.
No, for
It's
real.
it's 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 kind of mind-boggling at how good he is this early in his career. And he was close. He's on a 13-game streak of 30 plus. He did get injured, and he only scored 16. But he was it was like early too. It was like 16 points in like 8 minutes or something. So he was well on his way. 13 is where the streak ended with roughly 23 games left in the season. I don't know if he breaks it this season, but I agree with you. He breaks it at some point. He has to.
It's just his field goal percentage. Like just looking at it, dude makes six on average, like 6.5 threes a game. That is insane. That is insane for a guy who's only taking two more 3-point shots than last season. Holy moly. 44% is insane from three.
Yeah, yeah, no, to shoot that effective on that many shots, bro, it's insane. And I'm surprised he doesn't. I don't know if anyone's ever going to break Telfort's record of most 50-point games in a single season, which is 10, which is
Hmm.
damn near 1/5 of the season he scored 50 or more. I don't know if
Yeah.
that happens. He scored 50 plus 3 times, or no, 2 times last season. He's only scored the 71 once this season, most in VBA history, by the way.
Hmm.
Most points in VBA history. But he hasn't scored 50 plus in a single game, despite averaging 39 on the season. Um, which one do you think he's more likely to break, though? The 60-point game in a season or the 30-point streak?
Um, Probably 30-point streak, honestly. I think he could do it this season. Barring any injuries. I mean,
No
you
pun
just said we
intended.
have 23, yeah, no pun intended. 23 games left, and let's take a look. I'm going to look at Kansas City's schedule. I actually don't think it matters kind of what their schedule is. He's just going to go and ball out. He balls out against whatever team. I forget who did he score on? It was St. Louis, and they lost that game. Like
They did lose
it
again.
does it doesn't matter who they play. Yeah, I definitely think the 30-point streak it will be broken. The 60-point streak will I think it will be broken by him too. But I think like you said, he's not like Telford in the same like ways that they score. They're both elite scorers, but Telford is more very, very high volume in certain games. Like you said, 10 games, 50 points. R hasn't shown that yet, but like you said, 23 years old and bro's averaging 39 a game.
Yeah, his first year into a max contract, by the way. So he doesn't give a fuck about the bag. He got the
No.
bag. He has the bag locked up for 5 seasons. 30 mil for the next 5 years, and he doesn't care. He's averaging the most he's ever averaged, shooting the best he's ever shot. He's playing the best he's ever played. Not to mention, he's missed 9 games this year with 2 injuries.
Hmm.
Some tendonitis and then a sprained ankle. So he's missed 9 games. He's shown a little bit of injury prone in his career. This is already his 5th injury in 3 seasons, or 4 technically. Any concern there from him, or do you see like what do you think about that?
I think definitely you take a look at his I mean the one was a lacerated eyelid, right? I mean, not really much concern, but his ankle kind of seems to be bothering him over the years. You worry about that, especially with the shooter. Like you need a good base to be able to shoot, and you don't want him to shoot so much that his legs, like his ankles just can't take it anymore. His legs don't have the power to get up anymore. But I mean, he's 23. If he's gonna score like from now until like I don't know, I'd say like 27, 28 range, you want him to score the most.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's very reminiscent of early Rick Lerch, shall I say? A
Hmm.
shameless segue into the next segment. Talk about Rick Lerch, man. Like his bounce back season. He's in Long Island. Wick went and got him. Shout out to
Hmm.
Wick. You're welcome for the advice. He went and got. I told him. He asked me, and I'm not gonna take credit for the move, but I'll take a little bit of credit. But he asked me what would the first thing that I would do if I was in his position. I said, go fucking get Rick Lerch, and he did. And Rick Lerch is jumped from 13 points a game to 21 points a game. He's averaging 6 boards and 9 assists for the
Man,
Whalers. And talk a little bit about Rick Lurch's bounce back season in year 18, age 37. Has LI as
yeah,
the 2 seed.
damn. Yeah, I'm gonna draw from what I said in my previous pod, which I got told, I think Meek said it, brought someone into the league. So that's great. I love it. I love the world building. I love all that shit.
Yeah, just elaborate on that a little bit for people that don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just Rick Lurch is one of the biggest characters, one of the biggest personalities in this entire league. Famously, 7 MVPs but no ring. People call him a generational loser. I call him egotistical.
I
I
call him Rick
think
Curse.
Rick Curse, honestly,
Yeah.
wherever he goes, he went to fucking Akron and couldn't win a ring in Akron, one of the winningest franchises in all the VBA, couldn't win a ring in his prime. In his prime, he won MVPs every single year he was in Akron, couldn't win a ring. But I digress. I have my feelings about Lerch. In the past, I thought Lerch, I just described him, egotistical. I think he's very self-oriented. But we are seeing real time, not only in the stats, but like in the record. The record shows
Mhm.
this Long Island team in the stacked North being the 2 seed, led by a 37-year-old man, Rick Lerch, who's never won a ring. I think Lerch has finally realized, shit, I don't got it. I don't got it. I don't got much time left. He goes to this team. I mean, sure, you got Nate Bayless. He's kind of old, but like, you take a look at all these guys, they're young. These young bucks, I mean, being a good mentor, making a good example, showing them how to be successful in the VBA. And I think he's tapped into all these young guys, all these kids, and it's like pause, but he's he's leading the way. And I think he's more selfless. He's realized that this isn't about me winning a ring anymore. This is about bringing the new generation of VBA players up and building something here in Long Island. I think it's definitely a culture thing too. Long Island is has the most wins in VBA history. They have one of the best cultures in the entire VBA. You get Rick Lerch over there instead of, shout out my boy Amulos, but instead of like Louisville, instead of a Springfield, right? You go into a long history of winning and the expectations rise. So he's trying to teach these expectations to these young guys. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I've been really harsh on Lerch in the past, and I issued him an apology. I'll keep saying I'm sorry to him if he just keeps playing good. I'm sorry to you, Rick Lerch. I'm sorry that I called you a generational loser. I'm sorry I said Rick Curse. I really, the whole league appreciates what you're doing right now and help fostering this new generation.
Yeah, I mean, I want to touch on the culture a little bit. He does have a stigma around him, man, and it's not like it's secret. Everybody knows it. The GMs know it. The owners know it. The
Hmm.
players know it, man. Like whenever you introduce Rick Lurch into your locker room, you know what you're gonna get production wise. But there's that stench, man. There's that foul odor, that foul taste that lingers in your mouth. That's like, damn, he is a
Hmm.
winner as far as regular season goes, but whenever it comes to postseason, he's never been able to get his claim to fame. 0-5 in the finals. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And we had that segment, man, where it was pretty dark for him. Like this is somebody that not only is aware of this burden to carry, but he's been very public about it. You know, there was that 1 year after, and I don't know why I'm laughing because it's sad. 1 year after the he lost the finals, a teammate had to go to his house because he was sending some scary texts, and he was alluding
Hmm.
that maybe he didn't want to continue living. Like this is like a
Yeah.
real issue for Rick Lurch. And whenever he got traded to Louisville, he released a Players Tribune. Um, he released a Players Tribune called "What's Left When the Game Takes Everything." And
Hmm.
and in there he I'll just read a little bit like an excerpt from it. He says, um, they traded me back home, Louisville, full circle, they said. Like, that's supposed to mean something. Like, going back changes what happened. It doesn't. There's no parade waiting for me there, no banner I can hang, just a jersey and whatever I have left. And I don't know what that is yet. Maybe it's not a ring. Maybe it's just learning how to live with it. Learning how to wake up and not let this define every part of me. Because if it does, then the game really did take everything. So what's left? I don't have that answer yet, but I'm still here. And for the first time, that has to be enough. So this is somebody, man, that is not just a generational loser, but he is like he's felt the full impact of this
Hmm.
mentally.
And you like, as an athlete, man, as an athlete, it takes a toll, and I think it's definitely heightened, right? You have a player of Lurch's caliber, right? 7 MVPs can't get it done. Not only is he like, okay, if he got to the finals, but he was like a starter, like just a regular starter. No, we're talking about 7-time MVP. We're talking about
Yeah.
guys in the tabloids. We're talking about his face on Time magazine. We're talking about a guy who appears on SNL. We're talking about a guy who appears on ESPN every single day, right? You have analysts everywhere talking about Rick Lurch. Everyone's wondering, why can't this guy get it done? That has to go to your brain. Why can't I get it done? It's got to be me. It's wrong with me. That's what
Mm.
he's thinking. But now I think he's changed his mindset where, like I just said, it's not about me anymore. It's not about me. Maybe it's about giving back to the game, even when the game takes and takes and takes and takes and takes. Maybe
Yeah.
I should just give back a little. And it's really nice to see that he has success in Long Island, even at 37, giving back to the game. Yeah, this is a guy who's played. I mean, he drafted in 2039,
Yeah,
and
no, he's played a lot of games.
I started this San Diego franchise in 2032. I think we've had like a full IRL year of Lurch. I'd have to
Yeah,
look
we
back
have.
at his drafted. but like a full year of Lerch in the league, that's just insane, dude. And he's grown and changed. Yeah, I read that Tribune and I thought it was heartbreaking, man, because I think all of us can kind of relate in a way of, okay, thinking like, damn, I'm not good enough. Like these bad things keep happening. Is it really me? I didn't think we were going to get philosophical on this pod today, but
I didn't
shit, here
either,
we
man.
are.
But no, I didn't either. But that's the beautiful thing, man. Is there's always something to talk about, and especially whenever a player gives you. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to continue living in this realm of like this is a real person because like at some point we have to give ourselves credit. Like we translate this. You know what I mean? All
Yeah.
we get are results on a screen, and we make something out of it. But I mean, and one thing I really, really love about this league is that we have a lot of GMs that are willing to add to that. I don't want it to be me. You know, I love
Hmm.
creating lore. I love creating storylines. But I love also whenever I don't have the pen. And I love consuming just as much as I love producing. And you do a
Hmm.
good job. Totems does a good job. Gary does a great job. Eli does a great job. Jonathan, you know, like these are guys that
Bond.
Bond even like yeah,
Yeah.
Bond even these are guys that like go out of their way to create these experiences and this lore and these stories for these players. And something that every GM has adapted
Hmm.
is the Rick Lerch curse. Like
Yeah.
every person has contributed. So just like to have a player like this that will give you something so easy to just create with is a blessing. And a year full of one player is crazy. We're gonna miss Lerch whenever he's gone, but um yeah, no, just speaking on his current season because he is still here and he's still very impactful. Yeah,
Hmm.
they have the 2 seed, and LI is not necessarily the favorite. I think KC and Pittsburgh are both favorited over them. They're the fourth highest rated team in the North, but they're the second seed, so I think that's an ode to their production and what's going on over there as well. But I don't know, man. I'm secretly heavily rooting for LI now.
No,
Like I want Lurch to win. I want him to win.
I back in his prime, I hated him. I was like, man, I fucking hate this guy. I hope he just loses and keeps losing and losing. But man, his tale has gotten sadder and sadder and more tragic. And I just hope Lurch gets a happy ending, no matter what. I just hope he gets a happy ending. He deserves it, man. He's been through a lot.
Well, I know a couple places in San Diego that offer happy endings. So if you can make it, if you can make it happen,
I bet they offer him in New York too.
man. Oh, for sure, they
He
definitely
knows.
do.
He's from New York. He knows all the spots.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that. He's from New York and now he plays for Long Island. Oh my God. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, that's full. Now I really want him to get it done. I know he played for Buffalo, and couldn't get it done there, but he was young. Well, I say
Hmm.
young. He was 31, but that's still young. That's still young. VBA terms, he's fucking ancient. But let's talk about another New York team because that's a team that you highlighted and you wanted to speak on. So, talk a little bit about Queen City, man. Like, what you got for us?
Yeah, man, Queen City. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Queen City. The situation, everything, just about them. They got off to a pretty good start, and people were like, especially me, I was like, damn, Queen City, really? They jump out the gate, the rebrand, whole new team. They're changing the ways. Um, Koulibaly, I love him. I love him. I think he's definitely going to be slotted as second in the Rookie of the Year. He's definitely going to be a really good center. I really like them go out and get Zeki Dickman. I think he's definitely going to be a good young piece. Shea Kerr, really good young piece for them too. I think they have the foundation for the years to come. I just wanted to highlight it because Gary's been posting a lot about his team, and I love the team pride. And fans were recently outside of the arena protesting their 5 game losing streak, which I think is overreacting, right? I mean, just give them like Yeti coolers instead of buffalo wings or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Buffalo Wings. Every time they I forgot what it was, but something whenever something happened in the city, they got free Buffalo Wings. So yeah, just go get a free Yeti cooler, free Yeti. I don't even know what all they make, but no, yeah, the foundation for Queen City, man, Koulibaly, Dickman, and Kerr, all 22, 24, and 22 respectively. I think that
Hmm.
foundation is really good, man, especially with Shea Kerr and Bakari getting exponentially better this offseason. If they have
Hmm.
another jump like that, these are guys that are on rookie contracts for the next 2 seasons, like one and then
Hmm.
two. Koulibaly was drafted a year later, but yeah, no. If you can maximize this window with trades to bring in supporting roles that can get the championship, bro. I think that the foundation here for Queen City is one that is probably some of the best in the league, if not the
Hmm.
best.
Yeah.
And they built it through the draft, man. They built it through a draft, but in this league you can't win just by doing that. You got to make
Hmm.
some
Yeah.
trades.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I like the Dickman move so much because we know San Juan is just having a fire sale right now. So I think it was a really good opportunity to pick up a nice young piece for them, a playoff starter potentially in the future for Queen City. I just wanted to tell, especially after I saw that the fans were protesting, I just want to
Hmm.
let the fans know of Queen City how fucking ungrateful they are. How ungrateful they are. Listen, look at the team history. They haven't sniffed close to a winning season since 2051. 37, 1439, 5 and 48, 1538. Last season, Dalton, they were 4 and 49. And you're protesting outside of the you're 500. You're protesting outside of the arena. Ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous. All right. They need to knock that shit off. I don't care if Buffalo Wings, if they get free fucking wings from B-Dubs or not. I don't give a fuck. All right. They have a 500 team with a good young core, and you're protesting out. No, that's a loser mentality. That's a loser city.
Yeah, no, it is over exaggeration heavily. But hey, they're passionate. That's what that means. They
I
are
guess.
passionate.
I guess. I,
Yeah,
I've
they're super passionate. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I've never seen San Diego fans protesting outside of the arena. Ever. Ever. I've never seen that. I mean, I guess that maybe they're happy with just constantly losing in the first round, which I mean, if they are, I mean, just get ready for this season. We're gonna lose in the first round again. But shit, I mean, like
Damn.
we haven't had a season under 20 wins since 2040, man. I just looked at that. Like we haven't had a truly terrible season since 2040.
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, what do you think you got to do, man? I'm not gonna give you free game.
What do I think I got to do?
Yeah, what do you think,
Well,
man? Give us a little insight.
I don't know. I see, I have a problem. I have a compulsive need. I get a couple firsts, and I'm like, man, let's go fucking trade. Let's go sell it all. So I sell it all for Zeke Lions. And I mean, ultimately, yeah, we might win a first round matchup, all right, but we're not finals contenders. What I think I need to do, people ask me in chat, they're like, why don't you rebuild? Um, I like having a good team or a decent team. I think a decent team keeps me invested for the most part. I feel like when I was truly bad in 2040, I remember not checking the server and not being invested at all. And I was like, okay, a half decent team, always trading keeps me invested. I think waiting and being patient is stupid, you
Hmm.
know? Especially for me. I'm a very impatient guy, very impatient GMing. Um, if things don't work out, I don't know. I think I can load Paul and Lions off for first. Probably move Nagy for first. But right now, um, yeah, I don't know. Probably get some young guys on the team
But this
because
season, you're gonna are you holding steady this season, bro? For your team rating, your record's ass.
I know, I know what
I don't
like.
understand. Is it a synergy thing? I don't know. Yeah, I
I
don't know
think
how
I
you
need
have six
another.
guys in double figures. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were playing really good team ball. I just don't know what's going on. Maybe I need probably do some lineup changes.
you need
Honestly,
Arlo Sanchez. Come get him.
really,
Come get him.
really. Hold on. Let me see Arlo.
Bro, is that really?
He's expiring. Wait. We can talk after the pod.
We can talk. We can talk. We can talk. Come get Arlo,
We,
man. I'm looking to retool. I'm looking to retool. That's what I want to do.
retool. Okay. Okay. Damn shit. We
Um,
got to trade on the pod. You heard it first here, folks.
potential trade.
Potential.
Well, man, look, I hate rebuilding through the draft, but I love talking about it. So let's talk a little bit
Me
about the
too.
2057 draft, man. I have a whole piece on uh, the top two guys. So I want you to walk me through. Who do you think goes top five? Tell me a little bit about your favorites in the in the draft class, and just give us a little insight on the draft class.
First one, first guy I want to talk about, obviously, I think both lead in with this, the number one guy, Brandon Blaney. Blaney, 22 years old, he reminds me of a guy named Paris Switzer,
Mm,
who very similar situations here. I feel like you, okay, the debate between Rocco Barber and Blaney is kind of similar to me as Switzer and Zocap, right? I think my warning for teams, do not overthink this. Do not be Honolulu. You don't want to be Honolulu. Don't overthink this.
yeah.
Blaney, you look at his attributes, man. He's 63 3-point. He can shoot the ball. He has 91 speed. He's really good athletically. He can pass. He can dribble. He has 62 offensive IQ, 58 dick. I mean, 69 overall. He can come in and be an all-league guy from the jump, right? From the jump. I think come draft time, whoever gets the number one pick is definitely going to sell it for a haul to a contender. Honestly,
You don't think they're gonna pick him?
no, I think a contender will get Blaney. I think he's going to be sold for a haul. That's what I would do. If I got the number one pick, I would sell him for a fucking bag.
Mm.
I'd sell him for a whole bag to a contender. Barber though is very interesting though. I mean, also from Detroit, from the Mercy, they're both on the same team. Um, but Rocco is definitely more of a project. His shooting is decent for a guy like him. Athletically, he's all right. He can dribble, he can pass like a point guard. He definitely has a high ceiling being 19. I really like him there as a project piece. You look at Saxon, Chinonso Saxon, I think
Yeah,
that's how you say it.
Chinonso. Yeah, Chinonso Saxon.
Uh, he was born in Kentucky and got the name Chinonso. I don't know how that correlates, but he's 7'3", man. He's huge. I like him too. 22 years old. He definitely has room to grow with his IQs. I think rebounding is pretty good, at least for a prospect like him. He can shoot the mid range too. It's like let's not forget that he can shoot the midi. He's good inside. He's better at the midi than he is inside. Um, he has decent speed for a big guy like him. He has pretty good strength, jumping, nice endurance. I mean, definitely another guy where if you're looking for a big right now, like the San Diego Guardians are, you pick Saxon, right? Um, we're just gonna go down from the five. You have Keshawn Kirby, forward, 18 years old. I actually I like these low IQ guys, honestly, more than I do the I would rather they have low IQ and have the rest of their skills all filled out because their IQ direct like it is a heavy influence to overall, right? So I like a guy like Kirby who has that 87 speed, that 82 jumping. He's good free throw wise, maybe not good inside, but he has a pretty 7'3" for a forward. That's pretty good. 49 mid range, pretty good. Inside, that's where you kind of need to improve. His rebounding isn't all the way there, but he is 18. He can dribble. He can pass. He's a forward, 6'11". Like he's kind of you almost start to think him more as a point guard, right?
Yeah,
6'11"
point
point guard
forward
out
for
there.
sure. And his athletic attributes too, man. 87 speed, 82
Oh
jumping is
yeah.
like at 18
Hmm.
is elite already.
Insane. Insane. Yeah, I really like him. Definitely as a prospect, could develop into a very, very interesting guy. Um Massimil Mil how the fuck do I say this?
Massimiliano,
Massimiliano Laspada. I like that name,
elite name, man.
Massimiliano. That's a fun name to say. He's
Yeah,
top five just for his name alone.
Messi.
He 22, yeah, Massey. Massey's really he's a very interesting guy. He could dribble. He could pass, elite dribbling, elite passing, by the way, for a
As
shooting
a
guard.
shooting guard. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Even just
very
in general. Even just
mhm,
in general, elite.
very interesting. Has a nice three ball compared to like other prospects. Nice mid range. Free throw is elite. He has some good IQ numbers. He can come in and be one of those guys for a rebuilding team like immediately. Like think like progs up a little, like a 60 overall. He could be a starter on maybe not like full finals contenders, but like definitely playoff team. He's a starter on an average playoff team. I really like this class. I I think we have some interesting guys in here. I'm
The class
very
is fun,
interested.
man. Yeah, the
Hmm.
class is super fun. You went through the top five. Is that who you're saying is gonna go top five? Who you think is gonna go top five? Is like in
No,
order?
no,
Okay.
no. I think a guy like Buster Butkus will definitely go top five.
Yeah.
93 pointer,
93
dude.
pointer as an 18-year-old. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's gonna go top five for sure. It doesn't matter who gets a top five pick. You don't pass up a 93 pointer. He just set Texas A&M Corporate Christie's single season record with most points. So yeah, he's an elite guy. He's a one and done guy from TAM UCC, which is I've never even heard of. I don't even know if
yeah,
there's ever been a one and done there. Um, which
yeah.
it's a community college. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, a one and done man. He wasn't even supposed to go. He was supposed to go for like engineering. I'm gonna send a reporter down there to figure that out. He wasn't even supposed to be a hooper. But he just like he has a strap on him, which is a
Hmm.
little concerning hearing that. Like especially as a GM, it's like, is he really in love with the sport, or is he dedicated to getting better? Can he even get better, or does he literally just
Yeah.
know how to shoot the shit out the ball?
Like, dude is from North Dakota, bro. And I'm not gonna stereotype no North Dakotans, but I don't know the last time I've seen a North Dakota like basketball player be like good in the VBA. Like, well, I'm gonna have to look at
Yeah,
who's
me
from
too.
North
I was
Dakota.
just going to look. Hey, oh, never mind. You can't look because it just groups.
Yeah, it groups everyone.
It groups
You
everybody.
you
Yeah.
were gonna say Rick Lerch and
I
Kareem
was gonna
Nelms,
say,
weren't you?
well, no, yeah, I said, holy shit. The first name I saw was Torres Miggins. I said, what the fuck? And then I went to the top. I said, Rick Lurch. I said, that's not right. Um, nah. What about somebody else that you feel like could jump into the top five? Is there somebody else?
Hmm. Take a look at this. I mean, Garfield Johnson's a nice all-around guy. 19, definitely could improve. Andy's from Arkansas Little Rock.
Yes, sir.
Definitely,
Yes, sir.
definitely
You
got
know
to
the goat.
shout.
You know the goat from UALR.
Yeah, Nelms,
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I didn't know if you knew.
Nelms. Yeah,
So his first name was one of the reasons why I wanted to keep him, and then I saw the college, and I was like, yeah, he's staying.
he's
He's
he's got
staying.
to stay.
He has to
Arkansas
stay,
Little Rock
man.
has to be like a blue blood in this fucking.
Nah. They just got two of the well, I say two of the best. They have the best VBA player ever. And we'll see how Garfield plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
we'll see how they pan out. What about Jace Bracey, man? That's another fun name. It looks like an elite point guard come in. Talk about him.
yeah. Yeah. I really like him as um definitely a prospect. 20 years old. He has elite speed, elite jumping, elite dribbling, really, really nice passing. Offensive IQ, he's great. He's going to be a force on offense immediately. I think if he has a good prog, he could definitely get some good playing time. on one of these lottery teams that is eventually gonna select him. I wouldn't be surprised if he went maybe not top five, but like just outside like that top seven-ish range.
Hmm.
I think Jace Bracey is gonna be a pretty good point guard if he improves, right? That's what you hinge on. I mean, he went to Houston. Houston is notoriously really good at basketball, so we knew he's a baller from a young age. Coming in, he looks really nice as a point guard if he takes that leap, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, and I noticed a trend in this draft class. There's a lot of good ball handlers, a lot of good
Mm,
playmakers in this draft, and it's not something that has been uh, in dire need of in the VBA, but it's going to be a breath of fresh air because a lot of these players are out of position for
hmm.
those traits. You know, you got a forward, a couple forwards that are really good. You got a shooting guard that's elite.
Yeah,
Excuse me, that's an
even
elite playmaker.
one spot up, like Jerry Hines. Jerry Hines is a really good passer. Like,
Hmm.
and he could shoot the shit out of the ball too.
Another name I want to highlight, man, before we move off of well, I say move off the draft, before we end the pod, man, because we're almost at an hour. Oz Cap, man, a third Cap brother is set to join the league.
Man,
This is the least promising of the trio. Um, are you excited for him? It's the first one to be a forward. You know, both of his brothers are guards. Obviously, Al Cap is cemented in VBA history forever as a two-time MVP.
hmm.
Um, Zocap is a little bit
He's
notorious for the
cemented
other
forever
side.
for a different
Yeah,
reason.
he's not bad. He's just not deserving of the one pick. Talk a
Hmm.
little bit about Oz, man, and maybe how unfair expectations may guide his career.
Well, I think OzCap is the most interesting out of the Cap trio coming in
Mm,
because of the fact that he has the least expectations, right? We're thinking of him to be a mid to late first round pick. Like you look at Alcap was, number one pick. Zocap, number one pick. OzCap, I mean, definitely least promising. And if he busts, like if he doesn't have a great career, nobody's gonna like bat an eye. They'll just be like, oh, Al Cap was pretty good, but Zoe and Oz were pretty terrible. Which Oz is just Zoe backwards. Which
yeah.
I kind I just made that
Also,
connection.
yeah, yep, yep. First brothers to be drafted first overall.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if this is in correlation or not. Al Cap did not go to college. He played professional overseas. Zocap did go to college. He went to USC. Cap also played professional overseas, so he did
Hmm.
not go to college. I'm a believer of trends, man. So if
Hmm.
that plays true in itself, then Ozcap will be he will be a difference maker in the VBA. But
Hmm.
scooting back up to 1 and 2, man, Brandon Blaney and Rocco Barber. You mentioned the Detroit Mercy team. There was a media piece, kind of showcasing the Detroit Show No Mercy
Hmm.
nickname is what they got this year. You know, a mid-major team in the Horizon League. They went into the conference tournament as the 1 seed, went 17-0 at home, ended up winning. Ended up winning their conference tournament, so an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: the results are in, man. Their March Madness results are in. Blaney and Barber combined for 57.3 points per game. By the way,
Damn.
last season, so 30.8 is Blaney's point per game average, and Barber was good for 26.5 to go on top of 8.8 assists a game. So this is the level of players that we're talking about. That's why they're rated so high. But
Hmm.
they ended up getting the 2 seed. They went 32-4 on the season. Got the 2 seed. They played Troy in the first round, beat them 91-64. Then he had 28-7. Barber had 21 and 11 assists. Then they played the 7 seed. They beat them 78-72. They played Oregon.
Hmm.
Blaney had 31. Barber kind of had an off night, 18 points and 9 assists. In the Sweet 16, they beat Gonzaga 83-80.
Hmm.
Blaney kind of shows his proof here, shows his worth, I should say. 35 points, 8 rebounds. Barber had 24 and 6 assists. And they had a guy off the bench scoring 11, kind of secured the dub. In the Elite Eight, they played the 1 seed. So 2 seed playing the 1 seed. Want to take a guess who they played?
Arkansas?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Okay. You know
Yep.
what? Either
They
or.
played Ohio State. It was a fucking classic, bro. They trailed by 9 with 6 minutes left. Barber starts, doing what he does best, hunting mismatches. As a 6'10" point guard, it's pretty easy to come by. Blaney made a living at the line, and they went ahead from 2 Blaney free throws and got the stop at the end to win 76-74. Blaney had 29 and 10. Barber had 26 and 8 assists. And then the final 4 is where they were capped off. Man, they lost 81-86. They lost to North Carolina, but it's not because Blaney and Barber. Blaney had 33 and 6. Barber had 22 and 10. But the rest of the team combined for 26 points.
Yeah.
So it was tough, tough on their end. So they lose in the final 4. Man, Detroit Mercy did not win a national championship, but Blaney and Barber won MVP and Rookie of the Year, or Freshman of the Year rather, respectively, and they both declared for the draft. So expect 2 of them, or both of them, to be the top 2 picks, I would say, if you get it right.
No, definitely. I think GMs aren't going to overthink this one. Honestly, it's a clear 1-2. I think Blaney's definitely 1. Barber's definitely 2. I think GMs around the league have also seen like the Zocap situation and what happened with Sweetser and Zocap, and aren't going to make the same mistake again if they get the first pick.
I agree, man. Nonetheless, to be said, I love the immersiveness, the immersion of the draft. I feel like there's so much potential with every single prospect, man. There's 70 of them, that are eligible to be drafted. And it's always fun to give personalities and to give stories to those 70 potential. Well, not all 70. That would take forever.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? The top personalities. But hey, man, look, another great episode of the pod. Is there anything that you feel should not be left unsaid?
All I'll say is that, this back half of the VBA season, man, it's shaping up to be just an incredible season. And I'm so excited when we sit back down here and look at the whole season and look at playoffs and look at all the matchups. And I'm beyond excited, man. I can't wait. Like, this has been already an exciting season with so many storylines, so much content, so much things happening around the entire league. It just blows my mind, man. This is, dare I say, the best we've had yet.
Yeah, it's up there, man, and it's from just like it's an everything aspect, it's an all around aspect, from immersion, from activity, from parody. I mean, we're set to have a champion that is a new champion from within the past 4 years. Even though it's been 2 teams, Akron and New Mexico, we're set to have a new champion for the first time in 5 seasons, and that is because Akron and New Mexico are not going to make the playoffs probably. It's an exciting time in the VBA, man. It's crazy to me whenever I think about it. It's been 2 real life years, and I still, if not more, am more excited as the time goes on. It's aged like fine wine. And I have something super, 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 super fucking exciting coming to the VBA next season.
Really?
Yeah. Next season. I've put off doing this for a while, but I think it's time to introduce something that is just kind of a way to give back and kind of a way to keep people not engaged, but just give people a chance to like really become even more immersed than they actually are. But less on that, more on conclusions. Look, the next time you'll see us and hear from us, we will have a champion crowned. You're still going with Pitt?
Yeah, still going with Pittsburgh.
I'll still go with KC, man. I'll still go with KC. Yeah, man, look, it's been another episode of the VBA podcast. I don't even know what number this is, but we look forward to the next one, man. And until then, y'all be smooth, man. Y'all be safe. Peace.